Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me, so let's get into it. Neuvillette. Neuvillette heard of your ex bothering you, and you didn't want that to keep on going any longer. You've already suffered enough, and you didn't have to undergo more suffering just because that person refused to get over you. You were already hurt as is. It didn't need to be any more. And so, that's why, after a lot of contemplation, behind your back you had decided to go and meet with that ex of yours. It took a lot of work for him to actually realize this is the thing that he had wanted in the end. He was uncertain at first, unsure if this was the right thing. But in the end, he knew that talking to him and telling him to stop bothering you was the best choice to make. He had done nothing illegal yet, but he was barely avoiding it, and either way, he didn't care about the legality of his own actions, but rather the way that he was bothering you so much. And so, after meeting up with that ex, they both sat down. It was in a cafeteria, and Neuvillette had ordered a drink. Now, excuse me, mister. As I am certain you know who I am, I'm also quite certain you may not know why I'm here. But I think clarity is something that can help us a lot. So I will be clear with my own goals. I'm here for Ryan's sake, he says, and your ex huffs, shaking his head. I'm sure this will be surprising for you, but I do know why you're here. I've been watching you both. Not too closely, so you don't have to worry. But I know she's been dating you. And I know that, whatever it is, your relationship right now is important to you. So, you want me to stay away, right? Perhaps that is my intent. And for that very reason, I don't want you to be watching over her. She will be fine with me. She does not need the added stress of someone watching her every move, and she certainly feels unsafe with that. I understand, but don't worry about it. I mean, we're friends. We may not be very close, but I'm sure she would call me a friend. And this is not really a problem that you will be harmed by. And I'm not doing anything wrong, am I? That is not what I said. I'm telling you to stay away from her, or else I will find a way to force you to. I may be the Udex, but in the end, there is a lot you do not know about me. But what you must know now is that I will not risk the harm of someone that I care about, and that includes her. So you best stay away while you can. I do not want to resort to any unsavory methods, so please, do heed my warning. Neuvillette says. He's not interested in talking with someone who has hurt you before. Someone that should very clearly be in jail, and that you have not wanted to report due to your own kindness, which he still believes is a mistake right now. Because in this case, this person did not care to actually cherish that kindness that you gave away. But he will at least make sure that you're safe. If there is one thing he can do about it, it will be that. Arlecchino. Arlecchino was very swift in the way that she dealt with her own problems, and that included problems that had to do with you as well. In fact, they were very urgent to her, and that means that she will deal with them much faster than usual. Sometimes, she likes leaving things a little bit, just to watch from afar and observe. But in this case, that was not what she wanted to do. No, an early confrontation was the best approach, and that's why she had met up with her ex at her own house. She had decided to break in, really, just to stay there and surprise her, and then they could talk with one another and tell each other about everything they need. And Arlecchino could give her a few words of advice. advice that is truly important and must be listened to immediately. And that's how eventually she is met with that ex of yours. And she's smiling. What? Did I scare you? Please don't be intimidated. I'm not going to do anything at all. Sit down. I feel like we're due for a talk, she said. And she immediately sat down. It didn't seem like there were many options in the first place. What with Arlecchino looking like she was about to commit a crime of some sort. So she did sit down. And eventually, they began to speak. And so she approached the topic. You see, you're a pleasant lady, but I don't care who you are. I just want you to stay away from my aunt. Huh? What are you talking about? She said, on Arlecchino's side. I don't want to be rude, or do anything that you may not like, but truly, I've heard about all that you've done, and know the abuse that you caused, and I'm not interested in seeing you being near my aunt again. For all I know, it would be better if you disappeared entirely. But that's not how I do things, especially when there's room for negotiation. Not that I would be the one benefiting from this. It's you, of course. You're the one who wants to walk out of this alive, not me. So what I advise you to do is to be careful and stay away while you can. Or else, if I hear that you're bothering Ryan again, or trying to get close, I will have to deal with you in my own way. And as you do know, I'm a Fatui harbinger. There is not a lot of nice things that you can expect from me. So I would say to be careful, while you still can, she said, getting up from her seat, and then turning towards your ex-girlfriend. Good night. I hope I won't have to see you again. For your own good, she says. And that's all she has to, because in the end, she knows she will not be seeing that girl again. And that will be the end of it. And that is also